everyone, welcome back to the Little Shop of Hoarders and the PDX Picker channel. I am Chris. I'm going to pull some orders that have sold for me on eBay and Poshmark. Only have 8 things going out in the past 2 days. Sales are pretty slow. 2 on Poshmark, 6 on eBay. And I also want to talk about today something that I had a bit of an epiphany on. I think it's really easy for you to implement this and look this up, and I think it can be a nice tip to help increase your sales. So stick around after the intro song. We'll get to pulling those orders and talking about that topic. Let's go.
Wanna buy that Farrah Fawcett poster? There's dispensers and a toaster. Don't know why. That kind of stuff you throw away. I'll sell on eBay.
All right, so as I mentioned, not the best in sales, although I just had a couple of nice Poshmark sales come in, so that's really good. We'll pull 2 orders and then we'll get into that topic. First one is, actually I sold a mask. So that's 2 masks I've sold in the last week and a half or so, 2 weeks maybe. Kind of surprising. The first one makes a little bit more sense to me because it was a little bit more of a collectible mask. This one here, I think somebody just wanted it maybe to wear because it's not made by anybody in particular. It's just kind of this old lady mask. And I went ahead and took a pretty steep discount for it, or I accepted a low offer, $7.29 plus shipping on that. I picked it up for pennies on the dollar. At the most, about $1. There's a little bit better look at her. And so, yeah, I had all these masks listed in the early part of October. Didn't sell a single one. Now, like I said, 2 in the last week and a half, so I don't know why that would be. Kind of feel like maybe for some reason eBay was hiding my listings. Don't know why they would be doing that. Don't really have anything to base that off of other than just common sense. But whatever. This next item that sold for me sold in about 3 or 4 days. Probably not even that long. It's a Bose Wave Radio CD player, and picked this up for $9.99 from my favorite thrift store. Now, they had a sticker on it that says, "As is CD skipping." So that's why it was so inexpensive. I think if it was working, I don't know what, pretty sure I've not seen one of these for sale that is working in that thrift store, but if it was working, I know they would have priced it much, much higher than $9.99. But the good news is, and I got it home, I tested it. It needed quite a bit of cleaning because I believe it was in a smoker's home and there was just brown goo on a lot of places all over it. But it turned out, it cleaned up okay. But anyway, I went ahead and retested it, and yes, same issue that they were having. The CD was skipping quite badly, and so I sold it for parts only. There were, I think, 2 other listings competing with mine off of this exact model, and they were both in the $90 to $100 range. I listed mine for $69.99 plus shipping, and somebody sent me an offer, or I accepted an offer for $60. And then I have $20 of shipping on this. Doesn't need to be that much. Don't really know why I charged that much. Might have been a little bit of a mistake. But anyway, moral of the story is not working. Now, it powers on, and I think that's a big bonus. Somebody probably knows how to fix these, and that's why they're buying them, because if this was in good working condition, usually sells for about $200 plus, maybe $250. This is the AWR-CC2 model Bose Wave radio system. So also no remote. So if it has a remote and it works, probably $250 pretty easily. But still, $60 off of a $10 purchase. Not too bad. So as I mentioned, I wanted to talk about a topic that this epiphany that I kind of had. I had it yesterday, and I don't think it directly contradicts anything that I've said in some of my recent videos. So I know in my video a week or 2 ago, I was talking about how I really want to try and find items that are list and go. So when I'm out there sourcing just super easy, quick items to list. And I definitely still plan on doing that for sure. But at the same time, I really had this other epiphany that was like, hey, what has been working for me? What items have I done a really good job of selling in the past? And then also just focus little bit more heavy on sourcing those types of items. So the best way to do that, in my opinion, is to go to your eBay and look at your sales, because it will break it down by category. So let's go ahead and do that for me. All right, so I'm in the my eBay seller hub, and what I'm gonna do here is you go to the performance tab and then go down to sales. So let's show that. So what I'm gonna do, I hope that's focusing okay. Go to the performance tab here and then go down to sales. Okay, so that's what this tab is here. And this is how you review your sales over various time periods. I figure let's look at the whole year. So we're gonna go to the sales section. There's a drop-down menu here, and we're gonna go to last year compared to the prior year. You generate the report. So this is what I did to come up with my total sales for the year. And you can see it was, again, $51,000. But that's not the reason we're doing this report. We wanna actually scroll down, and it talks about your top selling categories. And it will show you what they are by dollar amount. I clicked on the view more button and it gave even more here, but you can see my top selling category was $2,596.42, and that was men's athletic shoes. Then second top selling category was $1,661, and that's men's boots. Then we have women's athletic shoes at $1,640. So those are my top 3 categories. And then down further, you know, we've got books, men's jeans, action figures, men's coats, video games. So I have, and everyone will have this, you know, a top 10 list of categories that are your best-selling items. Well, I don't even know if top 10 is really worthy of paying attention, but I definitely want to pay attention to, for sure, for me, the top 3, and maybe a few more below that. But I notice that shoes in general, shoes, boots, men's, women's, that accounted for, you know, if you do some quick math on here, it is, we got 2,600, 3,640, 200, almost basically $5,000 of sales. So 1/10 of my entire, actually you can, it shows it right here, over 10%. So 11.5% of my total sales were from this category. That's a lot. That's a lot. And it made me realize that I think it would be good to lean into categories that you have success with. So for you, that might be something completely different. It probably is something completely different. Whatever that is, you know, consider, do you like selling that? Do you have access, good access to sourcing those, and maybe you could source even more of them? For me, almost all of my shoes I buy from thrift stores, and there's definitely no shortage of thrift store shoes for sale. There might be a shortage of good prices on some of those shoes, but there's no shortage in terms of the potential to buy them. So for me, what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue to look for list and go items, but I'm also going to lean heavier into these categories here, the top categories that are really good sellers for me, because why not? I've had good success selling them in the past. Why would you not lean into that and really hone your sourcing targets moving forward, sourcing and listing targets moving forward based off of the results and the success of those results. So that was a little realization I had. You know, for those new to the channel, I'm a part-time reseller. I spend about 15 hours a week doing this, and I've been doing this significantly. I mean, I've been reselling for 10 plus years, 12 years or so, but only seriously doing it for the last 3.5 years. So I'm still learning all the time. I'm learning about what works just in general in reselling, but also what works for me. And so, you know, sometimes I might contradict myself a little bit. I don't think I am exactly, but and it's not to say that when I'm out there sourcing, I'm going to only focus on shoes, because absolutely not. That would be boring. I don't want to just focus on shoes. I like selling a lot of things, but there's just a lot to be said about finding out what you're good at and then continuing to do that moving forward. So again, hopefully not contradictory. Next item that's sold, this is a Matchbox mobile action team from the 70s. I sold a vehicle a couple of weeks ago. That was like kind of like a Jeep. That one sold for less than this. This sold for $39.99. Picked it up for $8 at a church rummage sale. This is nice because it has the box. Inside is, it's not a complete set, but it has quite a few of the pieces in here. So that sold really quickly too. I think I listed it just in the last week and sold for $39.99. I think having the box really helps with that, because that can turn it into a nice display piece for someone. In addition to having the parts and pieces that go along with it too. But next item that sold, I think I have two of the same. Short regular, yeah. I feel a little bit weird about this. I saw these for sale at my thrift store for, I think they might have been $7.99. Could be as low as $6. These are gel liners by a company called Silipos. S-I-L-I-P-O-S. And they're designed for folks with prosthetics. It's like a sleeve that goes over, in this case, their knee. Like I said, I feel a little bit weird reselling that. It's new in the package, so, but I don't know, just the subject matter. I hemmed and hawed a lot about buying it because, well, no. I hemmed and hawed a lot about how to price it. I could price it like super low, but I price it for just the going rate, the market rate, which was $44.95 plus shipping, and that's what it sold for. And then I have one more, definitely a nice profit on that, but I don't know, like I said, I just felt a little ambivalent, I didn't know what to do on that one, but I just went ahead and wasn't going to overcharge, you know, trying to milk every last cent out of it, but that's what ended up happening. I was really happy to see this next item sold, because after I bought it, I really second-guessed why I bought it. It's this belt and belt buckle. So I picked up a vintage Wrangler belt that already sold, and then this, both at the same place. So this has just this generic, it's not even a real gem belt buckle, but it does have this nice tooled painted leather, no brand. So that was the big thing. It didn't have a brand associated with it. I paid $5 for it, and or maybe it was, I think I paid $7 for this because of the belt buckle. And that sold for $23.70 plus shipping. I sent out a 5% offer, and somebody took it. But I'm just happy that it sold at all. Like I said, the real main reason I second guess myself on this is because it doesn't have a brand, and it made it really hard to list or try and come up with a way to get somebody interested in it. So, and it sold for good money too. Not too long, probably two-ish months or so. 3 more items. The last 2 are the big items of the day in terms of sale price. So stick around, don't go away. You don't want to miss the last 2 items, but we did sell a pair of shoes today, and these are really interesting. I didn't know how these would turn out, but if anything, maybe I underpriced them a little. So these are a pair of shoes from Ahnu, A-H-N-U. I know them primarily as a hiking shoe company, but apparently they also sell these sneakers, these tennis shoe type things. These are called the Ahnu Sequence 1 Low, and these are super expensive. These are like $270 new. I picked them up for $8 at my thrift store, and so it was, the price made it a no-brainer. But the issue is, I hope that comes through, on the back of this, that brown spot there, and then somewhere else. There's another brown spot on the side there, and a big brown spot on the front there. That's from some sort of like sap or resin or something. I could not get it off for the life of me. I tried really hard. I used a very coarse brush, heavy scraping. The only thing I didn't try, and I probably should have, but it wouldn't have worked very well on that section, is I didn't try a magic eraser on it. But so there's that issue, and then there's also some heel wear. You can see in the back there, a little bit of heel wear. But I still priced those at $44.95. 99 cents, 45 bucks basically. And in about a week they sold. So, you know, they're $270 new, but I don't think they're in very good condition. Like they still sold for 45 bucks. So I guess even a beater pair of Anu Sequence 1 lows will sell for good money. There aren't, I believe that's only the 5th one of those that has sold in the last 90 days on Poshmark. I think that's how Poshmark works, is they show, on Poshmark, on eBay. I don't know why I thought I just sold it. I know, I'm going to my Poshmark sales. That's why I thought I sold it on Poshmark. Anyway, there's only been 5 of those that have sold in the last 90 days on eBay. And 4 of them are, I forgot where this was. 4 of them were new. Or maybe 3 of them were new and 1 was used. I don't know, pre-owned. But 24. But there weren't very many or no pre-owned sold. So I was a little bit nervous about how long it would take that one to sell. Because I mean, I guess if you're gonna spend, if you're in the market for spending 270 bucks on a shoe, you might just pay the extra money for a brand new pair. I don't know. This sold, a lot of profit on this one. Picked up this pair of Carhartt blanket lined overalls. These are women's. There it says Carhartt for women, size 16-34, so kind of big in terms of the inseam, the size 34 inseam. But these are, this time of year, very in demand. I only paid $3 for this at a yard sale, so just got a screaming deal on it. And that sold for $70 plus shipping on Poshmark. But not to be outdone, we had a higher sale than that, also on Poshmark, also Carhartt. This is a, I wanted to keep this for myself. It's a nice black Carhartt jacket. Picked this up for $8.50 at a barn sale. I wanted to keep it for myself, but it is distressed, if you will. Somebody used it to paint, I think. They might have been a painter. I don't know. So it's got these paint marks on the front, which that wouldn't bother me so much, but on the back, it also has a bunch of paint marks on it, you can see, and it's just, you know what? I can't pull it off. Some people can. I can't. I just felt like I looked stupid wearing this out and about. So I went ahead and listed it. Took a little bit longer to sell than I thought. I sold it for $80 plus shipping. Originally had it listed just on eBay for $100. I didn't have any offers turned on for a while, and then just recently I turned on offers. I got a $70 offer, I think. Went ahead and somebody offered me $80 on Poshmark, and I took it. So that was the big seller of the day in terms of dollar value. So that's going to do it for today's video, another short one. Thanks so much for watching. Good luck with your reselling ventures out there. Please like this video if you did, subscribe to my channel so you can get more of my videos in the future. Take care, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.